Hello and welcome to Amethyst Star Crafting. My name is Jane Allmark and I'm a UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. And we're looking at berry blessings a day. Again, we've only got, I think just over a week now before this. You can't get it anymore. It's a limited edition set with coordinating papers, and you can get it free with a qualifying order. There's always a link below, so you can go across and have a look. And it's a gorgeous stamp set because it's got all of these lovely fruits in for summer, and I really like it. You get coordinating paper, which is in 12 by 12s, lots of lovely fruit and things. But I know that with papers, we quite often sort of save our papers or use our papers for boxes or bigger things. And I wanted to show you a way. Yesterday we were doing the berries, the raspberries with a background. And today I thought that we would do the same sort of thing, but we're going to be doing it in different colours, and we're going to be using the blueberries or bilberries, or depends where we are in the world. We do have quite a lot of different ones. Now I'm using my scrap paper again because it's going to come over the edge. So I'm just going to pop that on there. And we need to have this lovely leaf stamp. When you're doing two-step stamping, I think that quite often these background pieces, because they're quite subtle, do make beautiful backgrounds. So we're going to take this one and we're going to have Highland Heather and Pool Party. And we did this with the a touch of ink, which worked really well. So I thought that we would do it with this one. So we'll just stamp it up, and we're just going to take these down. And I would always sort of turn them around a little bit as you go, because you want to have the leaves going in different directions, so it's quite a sort of a random look there. You don't have to worry too much about the positioning. You don't have to worry about too much about how much ink is coming in or out. Oh, excuse me, my little dog is turning around. There's obviously somebody at the door. There we go. So we're just going to take it, as I say, down as far as we want, and making sure that we're having some off and some on. So that's our Pool Party. And then we're going to take Highland Heather, because the combination of Pool Party and Highland Heather I think is lovely. So let's just open up the Highland Heather. And then we're going to do that, because again, that's quite a nice soft colour. And we're just going to fill in the gaps, is probably the wrong word, but we're going to take it so that it comes just around on those pieces, and we can take it off, get in on the centre, take that on there. I have got Highland Heather, haven't I? Yes, I have. Just looking to see. It's quite dark. It will work. It might be better if we just did it one off, one on. This might come out a little too dark. We'll have to see, because you could, if you wanted to, taking it down just sort of second generation would probably work just a little bit better. So let's take it off once on there, and you have just a slightly more subtle colour. So I'm taking it off, and I'm just filling in some of these gaps on here to just add a little bit. So if you don't want it quite as dark, which I think it might be a little dark, we'll have to see. I think it'll work. But that gives you a really nice background. And as I say, if you just wanted to put a sentiment in the centre of that, that would work beautifully. But I love how just using these stamps as backgrounds work beautifully. Now we are going to take the berry it's going to be the blueberries on here, and we're going to put these down over the top. Now, this is where we see whether that background is just a little bit too dark, and we'll have to see as we go whether it will be, but I think we might be all right. So we're going to take these with a good black, whoops, threw that about. My fingers aren't working very well. So we're going to take this, get it at the right angle, and I want to have these coming down. So from that corner, to stamp it down, yes, that is going to work. So I want one coming down there. I'm going to take another one coming, I think I just want to do it coming down. If we do this so that this almost is onto the leaf like that, so you can see that they're they're attached. And then I might get a third one just in, let's take that from that leaf there, that'll work. So just attaching so that it ensures that it flows. If you have them sort of apart, then they're not sort of attached, whereas doing it that way, you're just going to have a bit of it attached. So I'm now going to take the outside. I like to do the outsides first because then that gives me my structure, and then I fill it in. So I'm going to take the outside of the berries. These berries are really rather clever because they fit, and you wouldn't expect anything else really, but it always surprises me when things fit perfectly. They fit perfectly onto these little the bottom onto the actual stalks of this. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to line it up so that it goes, and I'm going to bring this down a little bit so hopefully it's not too far off. Try and get my head in because we want these to come like that, and then we'll have this one coming in like that, and we'll have this last one coming in like that. Okay, so you've now got it coming over. That one I should have just rotated slightly, but I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be all right. We can put, as I say, you can always, if you have something where it just overlaps a little where you don't want it to, you can always just take and put your sentiment there. So let's put this one back in here, and while I'm at it, I'm going to take the insides of these, and when I'm doing insides I always try and put them down, let them relax first, and then we're going to go to Pacific Point, really bright colour, and I think that will work beautifully. So I'm going to put the Pacific Point on because that's quite bright. And we then need to line that up and press it down and line that up, put it down and line it up. Put it down like that. Yes, you see, I really love those. The purples on the background and that blue really works beautifully because, as I say, they're quite sharp, and although you get the other colours coming through, I think it blends in rather nicely. Okay, so now we're going to take the Granny Apple Green. You could use a darker green if you wanted to. It's entirely up to you because you're doing it onto the back, but I think it'll work fine with this one. So let's take the inside piece up there. Pop that onto the block. Rest it down first so it will relax. And by doing that, you will always find that it will fit. Sometimes if you try and put it on, you find that the actual stamp stretches a little bit because it's photopolymer. And then you're in a situation where you can't line it up properly, and you always wonder why. Now, I'm doing this full strength because I want it to come in on here, and I've just got to line this up as best I can. Might have to bring it down again because it's very difficult to see with my lights on. So line up the stalk and the side. That's perfect. And then we'll do this one. So line up my stalk. The other bit, press it down, and we'll do this one. Just line it up. So stalk, and then just bring it down a little bit. And then you have that. Now you see, I think that that works really well. I quite like the contrasting of the background coming through on there. I think that that looks quite nice. You could sponge around the edges if you wanted to, but I think if we mount it on black, it will then automatically make it stand out a bit. And I tend not to sponge around the edges because sometimes it can just make it look a bit mucky, if you see what I mean. It doesn't always work. Let's take that out of the way now. So we've got our black, which works with the black of the ink we've used. We've got that on there, and then all we need to do is, I've just cut a little sentiment, and you can put the sentiment, I might put it over that one where it just overlapped a bit, so just put the sentiment in there. You can match your sentiment if you want to, which I probably would do to just make it pop out a little bit, but it doesn't look too bad as it is like that. So I think that that works as a beautiful card. And as I say, all we've used is everything from this stamp set, and 1, 2, 3 colours, 4 colours. 4 colours. So the Highland Heather and the Pool Party for the background, Pacific Point and Granny Apple Green for the berries. But I really like the fact that that has given it just another sort of bit of dimension on there. So hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching me. As always, I do appreciate each and every one of you. Please stay safe, please stay well, and please be kind. Look forward to seeing you soon. Bye-bye.